check-in time, all the basic information that you need for Tuesday morning in Seattle.
So step by step, once you receive that information, of course, read through this paper, watch through this video to find out all the little details. Then, the second step is we're going to be distributing on the very last day of the cruise, on the 14th, the passports back for our guests, right? So on the 13th, which is the day before the last one, we got immigration officers from Brazil coming on board, and they'll be stamping all the passports.
That's correct.
So once that is finalized and it's done, be distributing all the passports back.
Right. The passport distribution will be taking place in the deck 4 dining room. Unfortunately, right now we're still in the middle of getting those final stamps in, the entry stamps to get into Brazil. So it's going to still be a little bit of a process. As soon as we're able to have those passports released, we will start distribution, but that will take place on Monday, I believe the 14th of February.
Last year was the 14th. And that's taking place where?
Deck 4 dining room. We believe it's going to start mid-morning, hopefully by 11 o'clock, so there will be small notifications in your stateroom, as well as we will be making announcements. And
it all depends, of course, once again, on how long we're going to take to stamp all the passports.
That's correct.
And still, once again, asking about why we keep your passports. And exactly the reason why we do that is to do all the job for you, other than having you lining up and go through immigration one by one and go through a very, very long process. We do the job for them, right?
That's correct. I mean, the last thing we want to do is have you waste your vacation in front of an immigration officer coming to get a simple stamp in the passport, which is what we've been doing for the last either 14 days or 30 days. Coming with us all the way from Los Angeles. One thing that's very important to know is when you get your passport back in the morning or throughout the day, which is the day before we arrive in Santos, you're going to find a couple of things. There will be that entry and exit form, yes. It's already stamped or will be stamped by the end of this evening by the Brazilians as we enter into Santos. But you, specifically our non-U.S. guests, our non-Brazilian guests, I'm going to give you, specifically the non-Brazilian guests, you're going to find that form in your passport. That needs to be with you at all times, because you're going to need that when you go to the airport. Because when you leave Brazil by airplane, you're going to have that form inside your passport.
So at the very last place that you are in Brazil, taking your plane to North America or to Europe or whatever you're going, you're going to have to present that at that airport. Could be the international airport in Sao Paulo, the international airport in Rio, or whatever you're flying from. You're going to present that entry card with you that's going to be inside your passport. The second piece of document is the customs declaration.
That's correct.
Everybody's used to already fill up a customs declaration, but this one, you will have to deliver that to the customs officials in the port of Santos in the morning of February 15th. So once again, folks, there are two different forms they will be receiving together with your passport. The first one is the entry card. This one you keep inside your passport, keep it with you, and you're going to deliver it to the immigration office as you live Brazil for good. And the customs declaration form, you're going to be delivering that to the customs officials at the port in Santos.
That's correct. Once again, we understand that you might feel that there's a bit of a delay when it comes to these passport distribution and things. Again, we're just following along with what the various immigration officers have been advising us throughout this cruise, and some people have been a little bit apprehensive about getting up that passport, but at the end of the day, it's all accounted for, and you've got no problem getting them back tomorrow, the final day of the cruise.
Exactly. So let's go to the next step. And once you get your passport with the two forms, you pack your bag. The night before Santos, which is the 14th, pack your bag and you put up at your stateroom. No later than
11 p.m.
11 p.m. And you're going to be receiving from your stateroom attendant those other stats. You get various numbers, right?
That's correct.
So this is just an example, number 11. And you fill up the information right here with your name, the ship's name, address, and everything, all your information. So make sure you remove all the old tags that say Mariner of the Season. Just fix this text, right?
Yeah, and it's very important to write your full name and your address, because just in case there's so many bags out there, you'll be able to identify it simply not only by the number tag that you had, but by your full name and address, just in case other bags look alike.
Exactly. For example, if you have a black Samsonite, there's also load the bags directly to the terminal in Central by truck. The ship will be docked a little bit far away from the terminal. There's no walking distance. So all the guests will be transported from the ship to the main terminal in Santos by bus.
That's correct.
Right? Most of the buses, and I would say probably all of them, don't have the ability of big handbags or excessive large carry-on, right?
Right.
So if it's not like a small backpack or a small bag that you can carry without any help, you should be putting all those bags outside your stateroom the night before Central. So the buses, they won't have enough space for big bags if you want to carry them or if you need help to carry them. So please make sure that you put all the bags that you cannot carry by yourself outside your stateroom the night before Central. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to point out that due to the fact that the ship is docked a little bit further away from the terminal, there is going to be delays. And what I mean by delays is it does take a bit of time to exit the ship from deck number 1, board the shuttle bus that takes you on towards the terminal. That terminal ride can be 20 minutes or so, and it all depends on the traffic of the city of Santos. So again, it's nothing that we're doing incorrectly. We're trying to space out as best as we can, but we are relying on local traffic. And that can cause the delays from the buses going out to the terminal and then returning back to the ship.
The buses, as a matter of fact, the shuttle buses, they actually go out on Main Street in Central. There's local traffic. There's not a special lane, for example, just for the shuttle buses inside the pier. It's a very busy pier. It's the largest port in South America. It's a lot of cargo ships. So we're going to have to get the traffic on the main road to reach the main terminal.
Right. And keep in mind, we have throughout the week taken all your information from the departure questionnaires. We're aware of your flight. We are aware of all the different departure times that you've requested. So again, when we issue the luggage tag to you, whatever number you get, unless you have questions, which you can contact our guest departure officer at the guest services desk, stick with the numbers that you have, and we do assure you that your bags will be inside the terminal. All bags are going to one location. That is the main terminal in Santos. You will be bused there. You'll be able to identify your bags, and then from there on, whether you have a transfer or whatever transportation you have to get to wherever you're going, they will be right outside the terminal.
Yeah, so it's very important that you stick to the times of your luggage tag. Wait comfortably in one of the lounges. We're going to have some refreshments there set up for you in all the lounges. You're going to be waiting until we call your particular luggage tag. So please stick to that information and stick to that time. Wait in one of those lounges. We'll be making announcements inside those lounges and then escorting you to the gangway. Don't go straight down to the exit on deck number 1 because sometimes we won't have the buses ready. So that's the reason why we get everybody in the lounges. So once we have the buses ready, then we're going to bring you downstairs to be transported to the terminal.
That's correct.
Now, of course, all that information, once again, you can find on your SU departure flyer that you're going to be receiving on the very last day of the cruise. Of course, refer to the information on this video as well. Anything, have any questions, you can contact also our assistants, correct?
That's correct.
Any other details?
No, other than we hope you had a great time on the Mariana Seas. It's been quite the journey from Los Angeles to Valparaiso. Visited a lot of great sites, and hopefully see you again on one of our other vessels in the fleet.
Absolutely. So thanks a lot once again for watching us. We hope that this video clears out a little bit of the questions that you had in regards to the departure process that's going to be happening in Santos on the 15th of February. Have a great end of your cruise vacation and enjoy yourself.
Bye-bye.
Many guests have inquired about the safety procedure here on board the Mariner of the Seas. The following is a brief video presentation that explains and outlines all the safety and gratuitous procedure here on board.
We hope you have had a fantastic time during your Royal Caribbean International Cruise vacation. It has been wonderful having you as our guest, and your team has enjoyed providing you with Royal Caribbean International Gold Ranger service. It is our wish that you leave your cruise vacation with memories that will last a lifetime. And now that it is nearly time to bid farewell, you are probably wondering how you can thank the hard-working members of your team with a gratuity. So here are the answers to a few of the questions you may have about tipping. rest is easy. You can either prepay your gratuities in advance of your sea pass and receive vouchers, or simply use cash. The final evening of your cruise vacation, your stateroom attendant will provide you with tipping envelopes. One for each of your primary service team members, your assistant waiter, head waiter, and stateroom attendant team. Simply place your tips, either the vouchers or cash, in the envelope. You can then hand the envelope to each of your team members.
You've done a wonderful job. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. It was so nice getting to know both of you and the hope that you will pursue this again in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To help you determine how much to tip, Royal Caribbean has a list of suggested gratuity amounts. For your stateroom attendant team, we recommend you tip $3.50 per guest per day. When tipping your dining room waiter, the suggested gratuity amount is also $3.50 per person per day. For your assistant waiter, $2 per person per day is the suggested gratuity amount. Finally, the amount you tip your head waiter is 75 cents per person per day, or at your discretion. And you are welcome to give additional amounts if you would like.
Gracias.
Salamat.
Merci. Thank you.
Our team of professionals has come from all over the world to serve you. We thank you for your generosity and for vacationing with Royal Caribbean International. And from all of us on board, we wish you the best and look forward to seeing you again on your next Royal Caribbean cruise vacation.